Now, with a lack of auto financing options for the purchase of vehicles in Ghana, German vehicle manufacturer Volkswagen is set to introduce an auto financing scheme for the acquisition of locally assembled vehicles. According to the company, they will collaborate with local banks to set up the scheme. Now, this move, among others, is expected to help reduce the importation of vehicles and the heavy reliance on second-hand vehicles. The following report has more.
Every year, the importation of vehicles alone costs the nation about $1.5 billion. The government and other industry players have over time intensified efforts to reduce this phenomenon by putting measures in place to make the purchase of locally assembled cars affordable for Ghanaians. President Akufo-Addo had earlier announced plans by the government to introduce a vehicle financing scheme to support Ghanaians to purchase brand new made-in-Ghana vehicles. Volkswagen, one of the 5 car manufacturing companies which have assembling plants in Ghana, is hopeful of starting an auto financing scheme which will make financial products available to allow people acquire locally assembled vehicles with any arrangement other than a full cash single lump payment. The chief executive officer of the company, Jeffrey Pepra, spoke to City Business News at the showroom at Your Doorstep Open Day held in Accra on Thursday.
When we have an imported car, it will be expensive than what we assemble here because we don't pay import taxes on them, and BW is not charging anyone an import taxes. So you already waive your import taxes. So that's why the government is encouraging everybody to patronize a locally assembled product. It becomes affordable for our market. We know still it is not all that affordable, but we are looking at other things like auto financing, which is going to be a big key to drive the market. And very soon we see our bank finance people that they can also negotiate for auto financing. We have the GBC, GCB, and then we have the Standard Chartered Bank. We have also Access Bank, and then also Stanbic, and as well as the Car Bank. So these are banks you can do with them. Actually, there are other banks that you can deal with, but we are looking at this auto financing will come also finally, and then we will be also looking to buy a brand new car.
Professor Alex Dodu, the Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority, lauded the standards of the cars being assembled in Ghana.
I mean, when the automobile assembly process started, government did 2 things. 1, establish and approve at cabinet level a Ghana automotive development policy, which is what we want to do. Within that policy, the Ghana Standards Authority is mandated to be the regulatory authority for the safety of these vehicles. Now, before you can regulate, you need to have standards. So the first thing was to establish a national technical committee to develop automotive standards in line with world-class standards. And indeed, it's not been launched yet, but I will show a picture. And the standards we have are standards for vehicles of category M1, usually passenger carry vehicle, M2 and M3, in addition to the emission standards. For the physical standards, headlamps, headlights, brakes, head restraints, and the rest, we do have standards comparable to any available international standards. Indeed, one developed market manufacturer claimed that certain standards were too high and should be reduced. But knowing our challenges with enforcement, we went for the highest, that is the technical committee. So the Ghanaian standards are comparable anywhere.